Clairvoyant Jess here for Thankful Thursday's message, and I have a additional announcement that I'm going to make in regards to for those of y'all that just maybe don't feel like you get enough of me, which I'm not sure why you couldn't, but I'm going to be doing some additional videos that I'm going to commit to doing once a week. These are not going to be reading videos. They're going to be more about just general topics that I feel like need to be spoke on. Some of them are spirit led. Some of them are just like what the fuck moments that I'm getting that I'm seeing across a lot of the different spiritual platforms and things like that that I think are misinformation, or possibly just maybe they're not given the full content of what y'all need to understand certain things that I think are important. So I hope that's exciting for y'all. It will be on YouTube, so if you have not subscribed yet, please do so, because I will not, can't guarantee that I'll always post them to Facebook, but they will be done weekly. So y'all will have one tomorrow. All right, so this week's message, if you chose deck number 1, so if you chose the first one, then your first card is going to be Body Changes. Obviously, I think these are super self-explanatory, but you know, it could be a list of things that you could be going through with changes within your body or within your health. And this is just reminding you to tell you that it's okay, that whatever you're going through, to just embrace the changes that you've kind of experienced. The next one that I got for number 2 is grief work. This is telling me that there is a lot of stuff that you're dealing with that is either suppressed, repressed, or traumas that possibly you maybe haven't really focused or faced at this point. And it's just encouraging you to understand that you need to do some work to heal from the grief that you've had in your life. The next one right here is going to be End of the Era. So this is letting me know that there's going to be some changes that are going to be the end of a timing for you, that you're going to be making some transitions in life. They're not always, this doesn't mean bad things, but it just means that there's a certain time or phase in your life that it's over, and it's time to move past and move forward with it. And then the last one that you have in this one is get some rest. So a lot of this one seems to be focused very much on self-care. There seems to be a lot of this. I mean, I think every one of these is actually all about just embracing and loving yourself, forgiving yourself, and make sure to heal yourself. So that would be your message for number 1. If you chose number 2, then your first card is be true to you. So be true to you. This is just reminding you that that you know, to hold on to your own truths, to make sure that you're not compromising who you are to be able to fit into different components of life. Be true to yourself. It's important on so many levels, but honestly, it's for your own path. Just be true to you, and if it doesn't fit with somebody else, then that's okay. Fuck them. Anyways, the next that I get for this one was self-employment, which I had to do some deep thinking on this one, especially with this one being a general read, and it being a message for, you know, everybody that chose it, because I knew that this was not going to fit for everybody, but this is going to be all career based. So when it comes to this card that I'm getting, it's either telling me that you need to pick up a side job to be able to make ends meet, or to be able to pursue something that you're more passionate about. If you don't really have that as your, I guess, thought process or something that you desire, then it's really honestly saying that it is time to maybe make some honest and hard looks at either doing some business marketing classes, or even considering maybe doing something that is going to be a different career path. That whatever you're currently doing is just really not, it's not in your heart. So, and it's not a bad thing. It's time to transition. So now, so funny enough, the next card that comes up is finances. And those two go hand in hand. So whether that that career path currently isn't meeting your finances, financial needs, or maybe it is, but you still feel at the end of the day either exhausted or drained or just give out, and it's no longer fulfilling your spirit. This is telling you that, I mean, you're going to have to take some really hard looks at where you're at in life right now and really consider some of the choices that you're actually that you're going on, because they're not really working for you, whether they're meeting your financial needs or not. If it's leaving you feeling like a fruit basket turnover, or possibly like a cat on a hot tin roof, neither one of those is great. So you might want to consider, what other alternatives. I would highly encourage, considering maybe a session that we could discuss, what some better fits would be for you and what a good path would be for you to make for your next plans. Now, the last one that you got is motivation. So it's telling you that this is maybe that you've either lacked the motivation to make these changes, or that you need the motivation to make this change. Don't wait until like somebody makes the change for you. This is really telling me that you actually need to start making the right steps so that you don't get behind the 8 ball and end up in a fucked up situation. Okay? So it really, that's a lot of good in there, but just see the good in it. So, because I know that those can be kind of, I guess, disrupting. But I think right now that you might need to have your thought process and your the ways that you're actually looking at things disrupted for you. If you're not employed, then this is telling you that you need something that will give you some employment, or give you something that will give you some, I guess, work that you can enjoy. So just understand, you need to find the motivation. It will have some financial rewards for you. So no matter what it is, these cards still will work for you, no matter what your situation is, if you chose deck 2. Now, number 3. So if you chose number 3, seeking and finding is the first card. And I'm going to tell you, if when I pull seeking and finding, it's telling me that there's something that you've been looking for. There's something that you're looking for things to change for. And you're seeing signs, or you're seeking, for some sort of, I guess, validation or confirmation or whatever it is that you've been trying to understand. Pay attention to the signs, because, I mean, if you're already getting the confirmations, then don't ask for like a double confirmation or a triple confirmation. You're already getting the signs saying to go one way, all right? And if just because it's not the answer that you want doesn't mean that you need to argue with it. The next one is welcome the new. So whatever it is that you might be seeking, and you are trying to find those resolutions to, welcome the new. Be happy with the things that you're finding. Welcome in the new chapter and be open to the new steps and things that are being opened up to you. It's telling me that it is the right place for you and you're actually headed in the right direction. So don't get the answers, like I said, and just, I guess, then you start saying, well, is that really the answer, or is there something else? Just trust it. Keep the faith. So it's telling me that the signs you've been praying for, you've been asking for, and that maybe it's not coming fast enough for you, or maybe that you're wanting it faster, or that you're trying to, that it's the whole, I guess, life process right now has kind of got you shook a little bit. And it's telling you to keep the faith, that what you're doing is working and it's got you headed in the right direction. So just keep pushing. Now, the last one that I get for y'all is volunteer. Now, this can come again in, I guess, a couple of different ways for you. If you're feeling like, if you are finding those things where you're staying stuck in either negative thought processes and you're staying like you're, I guess, in a victim mentality, or like that things never get better for you, or things don't ever change for you, go volunteer. Go, and I'm serious. Go to a soup kitchen. Go to a homeless shelter. Go help out some that are less fortunate. I don't care if you do it once or if you do it over and over again. Go and work with the Boys and Girls Club, whatever it may be. But I can tell you, it sometimes gets you out of that perspective of all the stuff that you've been experiencing, and helps you get into just a place of service, and that it can make you feel better about just life in general. So But it doesn't always have to be like at a Boys or a Girl Club or at a homeless shelter. Sometimes it's just helping a friend. So, I mean, realize that that's still service work. And it's just reminding you that sometimes stepping out of our own situations and helping others can help us, because it actually kind of just gets us out of our own head and helps us to go into a different place. So, I hope that those all made sense for y'all. Since you will see me again tomorrow, then I just hope that this message has been good for y'all and has touched you for whatever it was that you have going on in your life. If you're dealing with any of these and you need some further guidance, I would love to help you. Y'all know you can book a session at clairvoyantjess.com. Don't forget that the Spirit Speaks class that I've got coming up in September, or in just a few weeks, it's still got the early bird registration that's going on. If you're interested, I would highly encourage you to make sure to register before I run out of space, because it is filling up fast. So I hope y'all all have a great rest of your week, or, well, until tomorrow, because shit, you'll see me again.